Imagine you are pulling out into heavy traffic and you step on the gas, but your car just hesitates and stumbles while black smoke starts pouring out of the tailpipe and your heart drops as the car barely moves forward. This dangerous situation is often caused by the diagnostic trouble code P0221, which points to a range or performance problem with your throttle position sensor B circuit on the engine. This sensor is essentially a variable resistor or a potentiometer that tells your engine computer exactly how far you have pushed the gas pedal down so it can adjust the air and fuel mix accordingly. Under normal conditions, your computer sends a steady 5-volt reference signal to the sensor, and as you open the throttle, the returning voltage should climb smoothly and predictably from about 0.5 volts at idle all the way up to 4.5 volts at wide open throttle. When the engine control module detects that the throttle angle is either way too high or way too low for the current revolutions per minute, it triggers the check engine light and might even put the vehicle into a limp home mode to protect the engine from damage. The most common reasons for this failure are an internal electrical short inside the sensor itself or a wiring harness that has been rubbing against the hot engine block until the wires are bare and touching metal. You might also find water or green corrosion inside the electrical connector, which ruins the signal quality and causes that intermittent stumble when you are trying to accelerate or decelerate on the road. To fix this, you should first use a scan tool to monitor the live data for the throttle position while the engine is off but the key is on. If the numbers are jumping around erratically or do not reach the 4.5 volt mark at wide open throttle, you likely have a bad sensor that needs to be replaced immediately. However, since scan tools only take snapshots of data, they can sometimes miss a very fast glitch, so the best way to diagnose this is with an oscilloscope. You want to watch the signal line as you slowly move the throttle and look for any sudden drops or spikes in the smooth waveform on the screen. If the signal looks clean, try a wiggle test by shaking the wiring harness to see if you can force a failure in the connection. If you find no signal at all, check for that 5-volt reference at the plug and make sure the ground is solid. Never let battery voltage touch this circuit or you could fry your expensive computer. If the sensor is indeed bad, replace it and clear the codes to get your smooth acceleration and safety back. If you are not comfortable testing live electrical circuits with a scope, then taking it to a certified master technician is your best bet to avoid just throwing parts at the problem. Stay safe on the road and keep that throttle responsive so you never get stuck in a tight spot again.